Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today I have the Amazfit T Rex 3 and I'm going to be doing a tips and tricks video. I urge you to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to talk about the major fix that Amazfit did with the T Rex 3. You're going to love this latest software upgrade. This is something new that Amazfit added to the T Rex 3. It's the night safety light. You can change the colors on this, the interval, all that kind of stuff. And this, if you toggle it on, then it will automatically turn on anytime you are doing a workout outside after sunset. So kind of cool. Let me show you how to get into the settings on this. So we got to get into settings. And then this is actually in workout. And it's the night safety light. The status is, toggled on and off that's on right now. So again, it's not on right now. That was just a preview I was showing you. But if I did do a workout outside, it would automatically turn on without me even doing anything about it. I could change the duration. So again, 1 second, and it's the same amount. It's 1 second light and then 1 second off. And if I did, 3 seconds, it would be 3 seconds lit and then 3 seconds off. Let's go back. Then I got some colors I could pick: red, yellow, and white, so whichever one you like. And then the preview. Again, I could just hit this and, see if I like this design or the time or, the frequency and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's a cool safety feature. This is the night light that you could have. This is kind of made popular by Apple, and Samsung just came out with this on the Ultra. So this is a nice feature, but on the Amazfit, I think they do it a little bit better because you could have any watch face to have this color, not limited to just a few. Then you have several colors on here that you can use. I'll show you those in a minute. And you could also set this to go on at different times. You can schedule it and you could use it during the whole day or, turn it on all the time if you want. It doesn't have to be just at night. So let me just show you what you can do with this. Okay, so let's get into settings here. And this is in display. And let me scroll down here, night display. So let's click on that. And again, you could toggle it on or off, obviously. Then we have colors. I got red, orange is what it is in right now, and then green. Let me just show you, green. That's what that looks like. And then, red if you want that. I don't know, green just looks a little easier to see. Okay, so now we could auto-enable here. I could have it manually, so I could just turn it on and off if I want to. Or I could have it scheduled, if I hit the schedule button here, and then I could pick whatever time I want it to go on and off. So that's a nice feature. And then there is actually also a shortcut on this. So if we go into our settings here, we go into the toggles. And this button right here, I just click on that, and now it's auto-enabled. And again, this turns it for everything, not just the watch face. I mean, all my workouts, all the apps, everything will be in this color or whatever color you pick. Now, of course, speaking of the display, there is an always-on display on this, which Amazfit has for a while, but they actually have a little flexibility, more flexibility than some other companies. So let me just show you that. We got to get into settings here and a display and the always-on display right here. So we got the always-on style that you can pick. It could follow the watch face, whatever watch face you have there, and it will just kind of minimize that, black out some of the information, and just have the basics of the watch face that you're using. And not every watch face has an always-on display, but if it does, you could use it. Or you could do select the style of what they have. So these are the options for your always-on display. I think there's 6 there. And you could use any of these, so it doesn't matter what your watch face is, you could pick one of these. So if you had a digital watch face, you could have your analog always-on display or whatever you want. And let me show you how we can enable that. So right now I have it off. You can have it set for smart, so basically the watch decides when it thinks you want it. Obviously you don't need it when you're sleeping, but it will turn it on for most of the day. You could have it scheduled when you want it to turn on and off. You could have it on all day, or you could just have it off. So again, good flexibility with that. So this is another setting that I'll bring up, which I didn't need to use, but if you feel like the wake on wrist is not working out quite as well as you want it to be, you could change the sensitivity on it. So let me show you here. We're going to go into settings. This is also in display. Let me see if I can find it here. So we got the wake on wrist. So let me click on that, and you could change the response speed. You could have sensitive or standard. You can enable it at different times. So let me show you the options here. You could have it smart. So again, you don't need this to turn on at night. The watch will turn it off automatically for you. You could schedule it if you want. You could have it on all day, or you could just have it on off, and then you got to hit the buttons to turn it on. So whichever option you like. I found that the wake, when you raise your wrist, worked perfectly on this. So I didn't have any issues to adjust it, but if you need to, there it is. Now, another thing is nice if you're working out and you want to be able to have the screen on all the time, so you could just glance it and see what's going on with your data and your heart rate and all that kind of stuff, instead of you having to hit a button to wake it up or unlock it or anything like that. So there is a setting for that. So let's get into it. And you got to get into workout. And I got to scroll down here to always on display during workout. So you could turn that on. Now that will use more battery, and especially if you're working out for an hour or two every day. I mean, the screen's gonna be on for that whole time. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'm just gonna show you some basic navigation on this. If you had Amazfit watches before, the navigation is probably pretty straightforward, but it is a little different on this one because of the buttons. But let me just show you that quickly so you know how to use this. So the back button is here, and if you hit it once, you just go back on the submenus. But if you're like 3 or 4 submenus in, and then you have to hit the back button, 3-4 times to get back to where the home screen is. But if you just hold the button, it will take you back to the home screen all the way. Now, of course, if you swipe up, this is the shortcut cards, and you could scroll through here. And while I'm here, let me just show you this. If you hit the settings here, we could edit this. These are the ones that are there, the ones that I could minus because they're there. And if you scroll down here, these are the ones I can add that are not there. And so you can move these around, do whatever you want with them, subtract them, add them, whatever you want. And then the ones that you have, if you want to just kind of move the location of it, I didn't think that was going to work. I just got to hold it, and then we could just kind of swipe it and move it to wherever you want. And then that would be the new location on it. So that's an easy way to fix these shortcut cards on the bottom. And these are actually really nice. They're like kind of widgets, but you'll get a lot more of them. You can put like 15 in there and you can scroll through them super quickly. And it just has a real concise information on there. I actually really like those. Then, of course, we have the top here, but this is the command center. We got 2 toggles there. And if you want to move these around at all, you just hit and hold the button. Now we could minus any that are here, right? That's not a problem to get rid of any of these. If you want to add them, you can only hold 12 on here. So these are the options that you could add. And that's all of them. And then if you want to move one of these around, just hit it again, just holding it, and just hold it and kind of slide it to wherever you want. And that would be your new setup. So really easy to adjust these on the watch. Okay, now let me show you the app list here, because you probably want to do some adjustments with that. And you can't do super adjustments, but you could do a lot. You just got to hold it, and it's going to say I'm entering edit mode. So now if you scroll down, all these you can't delete, but there's a few on the bottom that you can delete. And all of them are on here, so there's nothing to add. If you want to add to the App Store, you do that separately through the phone. Now, if I want to move the location of one of these, I just hold it, and then I just slide it, just like on the other settings here. And it's a little hard to slide it all the way up. But if I hold it here, and then I should be able to go like that, and then I can move it to wherever I want. The other thing is the morning update that you get, which you can toggle on and off, but that's a little text that you get in the morning that tells you like your weather and how you slept and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I got to get into settings again. Let me just scroll down here. We got to get into preferences, and then we got to scroll down. Morning updates right there. So let's go ahead and click on that. Now you can toggle it on and off if you want. And then if we just scroll down here, this is the content. So these are the things that are there. And then if you want to add them, there's only like 2 to add. So there they are there. You can just add those. To move the order of these, all you need to do is just push it and hold it. And it's sometimes just a little finicky, but you just push and hold it, and it doesn't release until you actually pick your finger off of it. For some reason, it's kind of weird. Now, you could delete it if you want, and then you could also just move it like this. Everything moves behind it, and then you could check it, and that's your new location. So that's awesome. I'll show you how to do that on the phone in a moment. And of course, with the buttons, it's self-explanatory, but this is your select button. And if you are on the home page and you hit it, you open up your workouts. This is the back button. And if you hit it while you're on the home screen, you open up your app list. And then these are the up and down buttons. So if you're in your app list, you could kind of move down. I wish there was like a long press and it just glided through it quickly, but there is not a setting as of now. Hopefully they add that in the future. And so if you hit the down button, you open up your shortcut cards. And then if you hit the top button here, you open up your control center on the top there. Another important thing with the navigation is you can customize some of these buttons. So let me show you how to do that. Let's get into settings here. And then we're going to get into preferences. Let's hit that. And let me go through here. Shortcut buttons. That's what we want. So let's go ahead and hit this. I got to hit the select button. And this is what you could customize. You got the long press on the select button. So that's nice. The select button, you could actually change that. So instead of opening up your workouts, you could set it to open up an app or something like that. You got the long press on the up button and the long press on the down button. And all of these features should be the same. So this is, all the apps that are there basically, which is kind of a nice thing. And you could also have it do nothing. And then if you scroll down here, and again, we get the same list. So you could, have a lot of toggles there. So you can customize this wherever you want. So you can have quick access to any app that you use frequently. Okay, now this is not the full end of the video, but this is the big software update that Amazfit, I think, fixed, and it made it super competitive, and it really takes away any excuse you would have not to get an Amazfit product over another watch. It's the reply options that you have now. Now, in the past, you can only reply with a quick canned response that you had. They did fix that with the Zep Flow. We did have some voice to text functionality, but it was still a little cumbersome. But now, let me show you here. I got a text. First off, you get images, which were not always the case here. So now I clicked on here. That's just an image I sent, right? Now, if I scroll up here, these are my options to respond. This is all new here. The quick responses, that is old. So that's just, the ones that you had in there. All these can be edited if you want. I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. But you could edit these, you could add them. So you could just have, hey, I'm in a meeting, or I'll call you back in 15 minutes. Any standard reply that you could have on there, and then you can toggle that on very quickly. But you now have the ability to have a keyboard. So click on that. This is a full keyboard. Just type out whatever you want, like this. Now, there is no swiping or anything like that, like Samsung has. You could write the letters in the window there and stuff like that. You don't have that, but, other than that, you got just about everything. Now, if you go back here, we could also do speech to text here. I just have to tap this. Call me back in 10 minutes. Perfect. I used this a few times already, and I had no issue with it transcribing what I said. But I'm also going to show you could do the emojis as well. Just click on here. So you don't have just like 10 emojis. You got quite a bit there. And then you got more. And then, you got more here if I can click on it. And, there's a lot of stuff that you can do there. And also, if you notice, when I do the keyboard here, if I go into the keyboard, then if I just hit this takes me to, the numbers and symbols. But then also it will take me to my emojis. And then it will also go into my dictate if I want to do that. And that's it. So, but that is an awesome feature. And again, you just type whatever you want. And then, you hit the check mark here. I'm doing this behind the camera here, so it's a little tough to do. But you just hit that, and then the message is sent. So this is a really big improvement for Amazfit. This has been kind of a sticking point. I've had Amazfit products for years, and it's been a sticking point forever that I could only see the text. Then I could, see the image finally. Then I could reply with a quick reply. This is just really awesome that they added this. So again, I'm very excited about that update, as you can tell. That's as excited as I get. And we're in this menu page here. Let me just show you a couple of other things for the navigation and the editing that you can do. We could do with the app list management here. So this is maybe a little easier to do here instead of on your watch. These are the ones that you can get deleted. And these, if you don't want them in the more section, you can just take them like this and move them over to the other side. Now it's in your main app list. And then these are the more apps there. And if you maybe have an app that you don't use that often, you can kind of put it down here. So it's still available, but it's a little more hidden and a little bit out of the way, so you don't have to scroll through so many apps. And again, you could just delete these, but this is every app that you have. So there's nothing hidden on here. If you want to take them off, you could just scroll it all the way down to the bottom like this. And now it's not going to show up on the watch anywhere. So, and then you could always add this back in if you need to. We're going to discard the changes on that. Now we could also go to device settings. And in here, there's a couple of things that I showed you how to edit on the watch, but it might be easier to do on the phone. We got the control center. So this is the control center. When you swipe down, it has it all listed here. Again, you can change the, you can delete them, obviously. You can add them if you want. And then you could also just kind of rearrange them if you want, just like on any other menu. I'm just going to discard that. Then this is the morning updates down here. You could change this, you could toggle it on and off. And then again, you could arrange these just like you could any other menu. Now, if you get out of this little sub-menu, we go back to the main one. We got the shortcut cards. That's these. So if we have this and we scroll up, this is the shortcut cards there. And you have them here. You could rearrange the order just like any other one. And then there is no adding or subtracting on this. You just have to scroll them above the bar. It becomes a resident, or it becomes visible. And if you scroll up below the bar, then it's not visible anymore. So if I have this, I can just scroll this up. Now it's part of my visible list. And if, again, I don't want it, I just scroll them all the way down to the bottom. So it's just a little different than the other menus. It's always been a little different like that. I'm not sure why it's different, but that's just the way it is. I'll just discard that. Now, again, see my other video on the map management. I showed you how to download maps, how to, get the ski maps and the topographical maps, and how to make a GPX file, how to download it and get it onto your phone, and then get it onto your watch, and then all the tracking features on the watch. So check out that video, because it was just a little too much to include on this one. So thank you for watching. If you liked this video, if it was helpful at all, please, of course, consider subscribing. If that's too much to ask, then maybe just liking and sharing it with somebody. That also helps a lot. Thank you for watching. Check out my channel if you want. I categorize my watch reviews into like budget watches, premium watches, watches with great battery life. So if you have any interest in that, check that out, and hopefully that'll give you some information you need. Thanks so much. I'll see you on the next video.